A very good first half from your team, but not a very good second half.
Well, the result says that. You're right, it was a good first half and we should have been sort of at least 3 or 4 up. But the inability to sort of get that first goal and kill them off obviously cost us. Listen, I can be critical of the players, and I have been between 4 walls, and it'll stay that way. But ultimately, you know, the opposition have been in our box once, and obviously we've lost the game. So you've got to get a balance right. Still don't make me feel any better. Still makes me angry. Still makes me frustrated. But the reality is that is what happened. So we need to sort of address that, and the only way to address it is just stay on the front foot, trying to keep creating chances like we did in the opening period, and hopefully if you go ahead in a game it can be a little bit different.
Is it about being more clinical? Is it about...
Of course it is, yeah, absolutely, yeah, and they know that, you know, but they've got to take responsibility of it. It's not, you know, it's not one of them where, oh yeah, you can just say, oh, you've got to be clinical. Who's one who's going to step up and put the ball in the back of the net? And you know, it's been a fault pretty much for the majority of the season, or all season. I thought we were stepping away from it a little bit, if I'm being honest, since the turn of the year with new players coming in and stuff. But tonight was an opportunity to sort of, you know, put a team to the sword, and we did to a degree without killing them off.
Yeah, I think you mentioned the stats. I think I looked at every single one was in your favour apart from the most important one.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's all that sort of really matters on the bigger picture. But sorry, on the smaller picture, that's all that matters. But on the bigger picture, you know, I have to take certain things from the game, show the players. Hopefully, they can take it into the next game. And obviously, the next sort of 2 games are away from home now, so we've got a little bit of time to sort of digest it before we come back here and hopefully sort of, you know, change the fortunes of ourselves. But there's only us who's going to be able to do it, so, you know, that's part and parcel of the game.
2 big decisions for the referee to make. First of all, the penalty, any dispute?
I mean, it looks as if it's hit his hand. Whether it's done it deliberately or not, I don't know. It's difficult from the angle I've just seen. But it's definitely his arm. But like I say, I don't know how deliberate it is. Yeah, so I can understand why he's given the penalty. Yeah.
And the second one, I understand Joe's enthusiasm, but there were 2 Doncaster players on the floor. Hard not to see it as any other yellow card. Yeah,
it was a yellow. I mean, it wasn't a red in any way, shape or form in terms of like a straight red, so I believe. But yeah, I mean, yeah, at worst it was a yellow card, and I think he had the right to go. But then, you know, he probably could have been a little bit cute and pulled out when he knew he wasn't getting it.
And, you know, talking to Connor, obviously you'd hoped it would be a game that you could get that momentum built.
Yeah, like I say, I'm disappointed. I'm a little bit angry, frustrated. The players know that. Yeah, these are the moments where sometimes in the dressing room you just got to keep you cool, because, yeah, all sorts of things would have gone off. But I think, like I say, I think once I watch the game back and I realise the dominance we had in the game, I think it'll calm me down a little bit, and then hopefully, you know, come Thursday, players have a clearer mind, get it out of the system, because the games are coming far too quick and far too fast to, you know, to dwell on them too long.
And I should say Brooke had another excellent game. I very rarely see people at Lincoln stand up in the middle of a game and give somebody a standing ovation, and he got it a couple of times. Yeah, no, he was outstanding. And listen, we touched on it after the game on Saturday, to 2 very different types of games for him to handle and deal with. I think we've seen signs when he would come off the bench a couple of games that, you know, what he was capable of doing, and he's going to be a top talent. You should mention there was a substantial break, and both your medical staff and the Doncaster medical staff were very quick to act and try and support the gentleman who had the problem. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, delighted with the fact that I've just heard that he's, you know, he's conscious and reasonably well to a degree. So it's always worrying, obviously, when them type of things happen. So yeah, well done to the docs and the paramedics, and yeah, first and foremost, you know, I hope he is okay. I believe he is, and he's well. So yeah, we'll send our wishes to him.